This is the journey of Millar Institute for Transdisciplinary and Development Studies. In 1990, Professor David Millar, the president of Millar Institute for Transdisciplinary and Development Studies, had a vision to create an open university. The vision he shared with his wife, Mrs. Lydia Mamata Millar. With great determination, they both acquired a piece of land for the school facility. Professor and Mrs. Millar worked tirelessly towards their dream, and in 2014, he officially launched the Millar Institute for Transdisciplinary and Development Studies, which he first registered Open University. He became the foundation president of the institute and has been its president. He firmly believed that every long journey begins with a first step, and that every night ultimately gives way to a new day. Located in Yikene, a community in the Bogatanga Municipal, MITDS quickly became known as first private open university in the Upper East region of Ghana. Despite the presence of several local universities in Ghana that have established partnerships with external universities under the Open University concept, the landscape of tertiary education in Ghana, such as MITDS, was significantly influenced by Professor Anamwa Mensah's report in 2006. This report challenged Ghanaian universities to transition from traditional on-campus satellite campus and distance learning models to university systems. In response to this call, Professor Millar and his institution, the MITDS, emerged as one of the first fully Ghanaian-owned institutions to address the recommendations put forth by Professor Anamwa Mensah. MITDS has taken steps to ensure that it operates within a duly composed and functional council, ensuring transparent governance. Furthermore, the various structures and programs offered by the institution have obtained the necessary accreditations. Affiliation of MITDS since inception has always been granted by University for Development Studies (UDS). Hence, they have since been awarded the degrees. Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (GTEC) provided the legal status of institutional accreditation and re-accreditation, program accreditation and re-accreditation, and the institutional audit thus far. In 2014, MITDS was established as an institution. 4 years later, in 2018, they held their first graduation ceremony for the inaugural class of students. However, the institution faced challenges in attracting students, leading to low enrollment numbers. According to the records from MITDS, in 2018, the students' population was 105 out of the total number. 4 students deferred their program and 26 were irregular for various reasons. At the time, female enrollment was 30%, which fell short of the school's target of 50%. To address this issue, Professor David Millar, the head of MITDS, announced during the graduation ceremony that they had made the decision to gradually phase out their undergraduate programs, starting with no longer accepting level 100 or level 200 students. This decision was described as a temporary measure, and Professor David Millar mentioned that they would assess the situation and reactivate the program if circumstances improved. Currently, MITDS is focusing on expanding their offerings of Masters and PhD programs to further promote research. They have also actively pursued research-granted opportunities that include scholarship for students. In 2018, Professor David Millar enthusiastically announced that MITDS has designed and is now offering postgraduate certificate courses. These courses were developed in response to the high demand from individuals already employed and seeking career-oriented short courses. As a result, MITDS has introduced a range of 6-month postgraduate certificate courses, including Policy and Strategy Studies, Information and Informatics, University Administration, Advanced Business Administration, International Relations, and Agribusiness Studies. In 2018, MITDS collaborated with the University of Bern in Switzerland, engaged in 2-year community-based sustainable food program in Carbion and Gore, Concoin. Additionally, MITDS collaborated with Ecoland, Germany, to prepare for a diploma program in hands-on organic farming and biodynamic agriculture, which was expected to conclude in October 2021. Professor Millar expressed satisfaction in giving back to these communities who have been long-standing partners and social laboratories for MITDS. He also promised to continue cooperation with them whenever the opportunity arises. In response to the One District, One Factory policy of the New Patriotic Party, MITDS has identified 7 potential projects for implementation. They are currently working towards securing buy-ins for these projects. And the projects are the Gwawasi projects, formerly known as Grass for Charcoal project. The project has been expanded to include the development of papers for paper bags and toilet rolls using the same technology. 2. Expansion of groundnut sector under irrigation. 3. Transformation of groundnut veins into organic fertilizer. 4. Addressing the challenge posed by Fulani herdsmen. 6. Development of the bamboo plant for the production of the mastic and toothpicks. 7. Linking the Wulugu ranching projects with Nasia rice production. 8. Establishment of the Palogu multi-vegetable factory. And 9. Implementation of the Walewale organic fertilizer factor. In 2022, Professor Millar and the MITDS introduced a groundbreaking innovation involving grass. During his graduation speech, Professor David Millar announced that MITDS flagship program aimed at promoting a grass economy in northern Ghana has resulted in the development of grass charcoal briquettes, Bawasi project, an alternative to tree charcoal. This project has garnered attention from FAO, leading to the signing of a 10-month contract worth 400,000 Ghana cedis. This contract will enable the introduction of this technology to 5 communities on a pilot basis, with the potential to expand to 12 additional communities. Another noteworthy milestone is the successful transformation of everyday grasses into brown paper, which can be utilized for various purposes. In 2018, school made an exciting announcement that its second and third internal referred journal, the Ghana Journal for Culture and Development, had been released for public consumption. Additionally, during that same period, the school published 4 essential books specifically designed for the master's and PhD programs. A few years ago, the Institute established a unit dedicated to editing, proofreading, and restructuring final postgraduate thesis works, particularly PhD theses, into published books. This process is similar to what is practiced in Europe and other advanced countries. In 2018, the school successfully completed one of these books. Professor David Millar stated that this innovative approach adds value to the students' efforts in writing a thesis and makes the research more presentable for academic visibility. It is an exceptional opportunity to have at least one book published in your lifetime. Therefore, we encourage all postgraduate students of MITDS and beyond to take advantage of this facility. As at 2022, the MITDS program has successfully conferred degrees to a total of 12 PhDs, 10 MPhils, and 28 BSc graduates. To provide a breakdown of previous graduations, in 2018, MITDS awarded degrees to 5 PhDs, 4 MPhils. To provide a breakdown of previous graduations, in 2018, MITDS awarded degrees to 5 PhDs, 4 MPhil, and 11 BScs. Moving ahead to 2021, MITDS celebrated the graduation of 3 PhDs, 3 MPhils, and 11 BScs. In the following year, 2022, MITDS proudly graduated 4 PhDs, 3 MPhils, and 6 BScs. Regarding infrastructure development, the school has relied solely on internal funding for all exciting infrastructure. Since its establishment in 2014, MITDS has not received any financial support from the government or dedicated donor. Unfortunately, due to a dedicated library complex and an administration block has been a challenge. Although the designs for these structures are in place, funding remains an obstacle. The school remains hopeful that in the future, the government and philanthropists, individuals will extend their assistance through initiatives like Get Fund to help execute these projects. On behalf of the MITDS, Professor David Millar and his wife, Madam Lydia Mamata Millar, would like to express gratitude to all who were part of this journey.